Hey everyone, welcome back to Thursday on QueerFAQtor. I am your host, Chris.
And I'm Jen, and this week's topic is breakups. We haven't let anyone know yet, actually, not even our channel, but we picked this topic this week because we think it's time to let you know that Chris and I have made the mutual decision to break up.
Yeah, and it hasn't been, some crazy dramatic episode. It was definitely a mutual decision, and we'll continue to be friends, and we'll continue to make YouTube videos.
Yeah, I will be posting on Sundays, and Chris will continue on Thursdays, so keep tuning in and bear with us, even though I know we used to be the perfect couple. Anyway, have a great week and enjoy this topic. Just joking! Haha!
We didn't break
We're
up.
still here, we're still queer, and we're still girlfriends-ish.
Yeah, we were just fucking with you. We
Anyway.
really didn't break up. We're
Nope.
just,
Having a good time.
It's fun to mess with you sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
You're like our puppets. We're like, we'll put on a show. Hey everyone, so Chris and I are going to take this opportunity to give you our perspective on breakups. And probably won't be news to my regular viewers, but I have not been in that many long-term relationships. My first actual long-term relationship, more than like 2 weeks to 3 months, was the partner I had right before Chris. And we were college sweethearts. We moved into a dorm room together, actually, from Southern California at Berkeley, and we shared that room together. Not very smart. So anyway, it was a pretty volatile relationship. We were fighting a lot. I remember one time she was giving me the silent treatment for like a couple hours, and so finally I got so pissed, I threw a backpack. It was empty across the room, and she went running down the hallway and set off the fire alarm, and everyone had to evacuate in our entire building. But anyway, a couple days after that, I finally broke up with her. It was long in coming. And I remember she tacked up sheets around the top bunk, and she didn't come down for 3 days. And I felt so guilty that I finally reached out to her, and I was like, can we go on a walk or something? And somehow got back together with her. So rule number 1 of breakups, once you've broken it off, seriously stick with it. At least don't get back out of guilt, think it through. But anyway, got back together with her and went out of town shortly after. And when I came back, she turned the tables on me and broke up with me on our 1-year anniversary. And God, it totally threw me off guard how painful it was. It was my first, like I said, real breakup. And I just remember this feeling like, oh my God, I'm never going to get over this. And it wasn't even like I wanted to be with her, I didn't. But I was so used to the relationship and to the comforts it gave me, whether it was cuddling with someone at night or having someone to talk to. So, and actually we have never talked again since. She completely cut off communication with me, so I really had to force myself to get over it. So the things that I did, and here's like how I think it worked really well for me, was I reached out to friends. Even though a lot of times in a breakup you want to become a hermit and just like go in your cave and cry, like I think it's really important to get social interaction and maybe even talk to people about what you're going through. I know Grace, I think it was Grace, said that she is a talker, and that's definitely how I dealt with it, was just talking about it a little bit. I forced myself to work out every day because it's a natural release of, hormones that make you happy. And I really connected with, at the time it was really just a friend, but I really connected with her by sharing with her. I would write down things. I even wrote some poetry, and I am not a poet, when I was just kind of dealing with pain. And I think, at least for me, what that breakup brought out was my own insecurities, my own things, because no one's perfect. And I was just realizing like how many places I had fucked up. So anyway, hang in there if you're dealing with a breakup, and hopefully Chris can give you some better advice than I did.
Hey everyone, now it is my turn to talk about breakups. Now, if any of you watch my videos, you will know that I am the opposite of Jen, and that I am pretty much a serial monogamist. I have been in lots and lots of relationships and ended many relationships, as well as got broken up with in many. But not many. Actually, I think I'm mostly the heartbreaker in some of these. But, it's never easy to break up with someone. Most of the relationships that I've been in have been pretty long term, mostly over 6 months or longer. So, you get attached to someone, and it's not an easy thing to do to break up with someone. But I do have some tips for if you need to break up with someone. Now, first things first, never, ever, ever break up with someone on text message, email, any of that bullshit. Cell phone, I don't care. You need to show your partner respect and do it face to face. Leah, no more text messaging breakups. I loved your video this week, but no more text messaging breakups. Seriously, you were funny as shit this week, though. Hilarious. Whole, fishing in the dirt thing was pretty damn good. Had me rolling a little bit. But anyway, back on topic. Second thing, when breaking up with someone, it's a lot easier if Second thing, when you are in that moment of breaking up, never, ever, ever tell your partner that something that they do or some characteristic that they have is why you're breaking up with them. Because I don't know if you've all been through this, but anytime I've ever been like, well, your attitude about such and such really sucks. It's like, I'll change. I'm really sorry. I promise I can change. I can change. And you're like, yeah, right. You're not going to change. You're never going to change. And so when breaking up with someone, if you say something like, this relationship's really just not working for me, I'm not really happy with the person that I'm becoming in this relationship, then there's nothing for them to cling on to. Therefore, they can't make any false promises. Third and final piece of advice that I have for you definitely hits home with me and a situation that I've been in before. So here it is. If when breaking up with someone, they threaten suicide, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take it seriously, because you absolutely should. Let them know that if they're serious and they mean it, that you are going to call and get them some help, because that's definitely what they need. But that in itself should solidify why you're breaking up with them. Kooky. Super kooky. If you're like, I'm going to kill myself. No, that is not funny, and that is way too manipulative. Don't let them manipulate you, and certainly don't get back with them. That's just crazy talk. But anyway, my relationship that I was in, holy shit, whack job. 4.5 years into this relationship, I was living with the person. It was crazy. One day I'm at work. They show up with this massive amount of drama going on and decide that they're going to tell me they're going to go commit suicide down on the railroad tracks. So me, being a fucking dumbass, thinking they're serious, runs after them, drives my car down to the railroad tracks, and is staring at them waiting for the next train. And I'm like, come on, get the fuck off the tracks. This is stupid. Are you really gonna fucking kill yourself? No. Come on, get off. So I call my mom, who lives 3,000 miles away in Philadelphia, and I'm like, Mom, what the hell do I do? So-and-so standing out on the railroad tracks saying they're gonna kill themselves. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry you're in this situation. Let me call you right back. So I'm like, okay, hang up with her. My mom from Philadelphia calls the police in California and tells them that said person is on the train tracks. They stop all trains from in and out of the city that we live in and there's cops and fire trucks and ambulances. It's a big ass fucking scene now. And they 5150 this person, which I'm very happy they did so, because that person had time to calm down and did not take it out on me. But anyway, that is just a huge no-no. If anyone tries to tell you that they're going to try to kill themselves, A, get them help, and B, get far, far away.